What's up everybody, this is GC from Gamertag VR, and what I've done today is I've tried my best to answer the biggest question that I keep getting asked is what is coming in 2019. So what I've done, I've made a mega compilation of all the games that I know are coming, their trailers, and at the end of the video you'll also find some extended length gameplay videos. Head to the 24-minute mark if you want to get to the gameplay videos. These include Ace Combat, Blood and Truth, and Dreams. So please enjoy, and if you've got any feedback, please don't forget to leave it in the comment section. And if you really enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon guys, take care.
When you feel sad and lonely, friendship may come. From where you least expected.
Help! It's real! It's no! Leave me alone! No!
From the creators of Fee and Flipping Death.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
That's the spirit. Comes a heartfelt story in VR.
I'm sorry I panicked. I've never seen anything like you before.
About trying to keep life together.
It's time for television, man!
With a little help from a very big friend.
But really, who are you?
In order to get our troops inside the building, we need to get rid of the toxins circulating throughout the floors.
The HRF will be eliminated.
What the holy hell is that thing?
Hey, human! Did you get anything down there? Nice! I haven't caught anything all day!
Hey! I was gonna eat that! Okay, whatever floats your boat! Hey, human! Think fast! What good are hands if you can't catch? Oh, that's my teeny tiny.
Hey, human! Don't you want to see the rest of Vacation Island?
Tastes like
Time off.
Data access point is in the silo.
Good. There are 4 zeros inside. Let's make this quick. Go in, plant the hacking device, get the data, and leave us up. Ready?
Ready?
Ready. In position, tagging. On your mark.
Ox, blow that shit up.
I thought you'd never ask. Covering the entrance, Hydra.
Watch. Header down.
Watching your six.
Moving in.
They brought us war. Using mechanical beasts to tamp down the last flicker of liberty. But we are strong. We will rekindle the flames of freedom. We will fight fire with fire. And use their machines against them. Saddle up, Cyberpilot. You're one of us now.
ゴルフ VR。
本番に入っていただけます。
お、
はい、では早速
頑張ってください。
第1弾お願いします。
お、
ナイスショット。
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 大丈夫ですか？ずっと見てますね。球を追いかけてましたよね、今ね、ずっと。
このスイングもですね、実は小林さんから最初そのやってみろと言われた時に、
大丈夫ですか？ちょっと緊張がね、緊張がね。
あ、ちょっと素振りからだそうです。
はい、素振りから。
はい。
はい。
このように、はい、スイングしていただいて、まあ納得いったら、じゃあ本番にお願いします。
今のいりました？おお！
ナイスショット。
ナイスショット。
ナイスショット。決めてきますね。まあ、篠崎さんだけはゴルフ場に立ってますからね。なんかこう大地感じてる感がありますよね、立ち振る舞いにね。これいけちゃうんじゃないですか？
そうです。もうグリーン近くになってますので、もう狙えますね。
あれ？超えたかな？あ、チップインバーディー。
チップインバーディー入りました。
さすが見せますね。
決めた。マジ。ナイスバーディー。
決めてきましたね。見えるんですけれども、このホールとホールの間にこのラウンドについてきてくれるキャディーさんとのイベントをちょっとお楽しみいただけますので、こちらもご覧いただければと思います。
かわいい。 ちょっと近寄れるんですか、ちょっと。
めっちゃ近い。
めっちゃ近い、もう、グッと。
素振りをしております。
素振りが大事だよね。
いけるかな。ナイスショットからの。
どうだ。
見てる見てる、すごい見てる。すごい見てる。
ファインショット。
4メートル。
でもいいとこ行きましたね。
惜しかったですね。もう
これ、しのさん、ちょっと芝目見た方がいいんじゃないですか。実際こうやって。ゴルフ、そう。
しゃがんで。
ゴルフ場でね、一緒でね。
よく見るやつ。
傾斜があるので。
はい。このアンジュレーションなども、このミンゴルならではのこの表現で。表現されてますので。
素振りした方がいいですよ。
ナイスバーディー。素晴らしい。
すごい、本番に強い男、篠崎さん。
Right there.
Oh, wow.
Looking good.
Okay, let's play. Yeah, come on, let's do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Just a minute. I need to tweak my look.
What's taking you so long?
Nearly done.
Oh, come on.
There.
What is that?
Look at you.
Yeah, I've got this.
I'm going to play better than you and look better than you.
Fighting talk. 2 to the left. Okay, move.
Okay, folks. Prepare to weep.
There you go. Take that.
Whatever, guys.
No, what are you doing?
Now what's this?
No, 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 no. No way.
Oh, we did it, buddy.
Yes.
Definitely down for a rematch.
Have you ever dreamt of becoming a wizard? Sorcery is now within your reach, but will you dare to take it?
and the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy, and we're here at E3 to take some looks at this new game I'm going to show you right now. Trover Saves the Universe. Let's give it a look. Oh, whoa, there's some action platforming stuff in this little piece of shit. I'm the bathtub guy. I'm always in my bathtub, but, you know, that's not about me right now. It's about this game. Whoa, look at that. That's exciting footage I just saw. Oh, I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm a cool cucumber over here playing this cool game. Jesus Christ! Oh my God, somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy because this is a sci-fi based thing. Help! He's got electrocuted.
This is Major Walker, first mission log. We've arrived at the alien planet.
Coleman? That's Captain Coleman, Lieutenant. Gear up and get ready. You'll be coming in hot.
Well, damn. So this is where they went missing.
Watch your step. A crack team like Walker's doesn't just drop off the grid. They were looking for the ACC, but they found something else. Something inhuman. You need to find a way to dig in and keep yourself alive.
I can handle myself.
Are you sure?
This place alive.
My name is Ryan Marks. I left London to be a soldier. But then that came from my family. Now I'm back, and everything just got a little bit complicated.
I'm
I'm a professional soldier. Don't take bad man for a joker. I don't wanna do man over, but I'm raw getting closer and closer. Get shit resolved, I'm quick, no glamour and glitz, just glamour and grit. I'm on my ting, won't quit. I'm a real bad man, I get a bad man hit. Rage, I'm coming for you. I get this result, I'm coming for you. Show no regrets, I'm coming for you.
Stop talking, you dead.
Wait, listen, it was all his idea. He wanted... Please. Today a legend is born. Ready for vengeance, ready for war. Ready for anything, ready for more. My English gangster, I'm telling you sure. I'm a rage, I'm coming for you. I get this result, I'm coming for you. Show no regrets, I'm coming for you. Cold-blooded revenge, I'm coming for you.
Access detected. Auto lockdown activated.
Can't read any of my contacts. Attacks are breaking out everywhere. Jacob, please respond.
Let's do this.
What's up everybody and welcome to Gamertag VR. This is my gameplay demo of Blood and Truth at EGX NEC 2018. I'm not sure how old the build was I was playing. Here you're looking at the tutorial. Ignore anything you see with motion tracking. The way the booth was set up in this area is really bright spotlights above, which is quite a poor, a poor setup really, because it was affecting some games much more worse than others. But yeah, so where to start talking about this game? Probably let's go for movement, which was the one thing that was the biggest surprise for me. This is a cover-based shooter, and when I say that, think a Bravo team, but when you go in and out of cover, you can actually still fire. That's the simplest way to put it. So once you go forward, you can never go back. We kept trying to step back maybe to have a look at something, but once you start, that's it. You are on the set path and you are moving on. So here is some full screen footage. Quite simply, like as a bit like Bravo Team, you look around. As soon as you see a point, you move to that point. And while you're in cover, you can strafe left or right. So you're not as fixed to a position as you'd imagine. The one thing about Bravo Team, what's quite annoying, is that you're behind cover, and if you want to go to the left of the van that you're behind, you've got to look that way and move. With this one, you literally press X or circle, and you will slide over. So, moving on from that, where do we go? Let's go for graphics. Graphics, and this is another reason I think this is an old build. This reminded me of a launch title of PlayStation VR Worlds when it launched, when PlayStation VR was brand new. You had that sort of blur off in the distance, and it was a weird one to first come across. and the footage you're looking at here is from the social screen. It looked really sharp, but in the headset it didn't look as sharp as the social screen. Why? I've got no idea. The world is colourful, it's vibrant, but for some reason you get that we don't really get it anymore. That was the weird thing. When you play games like Killing Floor, To the Top, I don't know, a whole range of games now, they're very crisp, and we don't really suffer with this this weird haziness that we used to get. So that was present. So it was like, it felt like a 2-year-old. Sorry, it didn't feel like it looked like a 2-year-old game, which really took me by surprise, because obviously it's unreleased, and the pre-order price on the game website currently is $59.99. Now, I've personally never paid that much for a PlayStation VR game. The only games I remember costing that much was N64 games when it first came out. So I mean, hopefully that can't be right, clearly. Anyway, so we've covered sort of gameplay movement, we've covered graphics, so let's talk about features that are different to London Heist. You could holster your weapons. You had a special weapon on your back which you pulled out like bar point, and ammo spread about on the level, even though I don't remember ever really running out of ammo. It was there, and you just put it to your chest, and then you pulled it off your chest to put it into the gun. That was pretty cool. It felt really nice. So what else was there? Oh, you can slow down time as well. If you hold down both move buttons, it slowed down time. I can't remember seeing a meter or any limit on how many times you could do this. And personally, through my playthrough, I forgot. The guy you're watching it out is the guy who went with me, Michael. He used it a few times, and he thought it was pretty cool. Oh, there's another thing to mention. The cover you went behind, if it was a wooden crate, it was destructible. It wasn't a solid object that didn't make any sense why it's not blowing up. So that was pretty cool. There was red barrels to shoot and gas canisters.
B-52 is making an emergency landing. Clear the runway. Prioritize Mobius 1. I'm going up first. Good. You can launch together. Mobius 1. Bandit has a lock on you. Viper 2, Fox 2. Okay, I'm behind the enemy. It's going down. Behind Bandit, going for the kill. That was for great old 2. Enemy confirmed. Flag 11. Let's get him. Can't see any allies. Some skilled interceptors might be left. Drop down and speed up.
This is Sky Eye. It'll be impossible to defend the base if we can't detect the enemy. Requesting takeoff clearance.
Copy. You are cleared for takeoff.
Copy that, tower.
Rabbit, seat on his tail. Back. Pepper fire. Evasive action. On your 6. Stay alert. Bandit splashed. Mobius 1 got another one. Fox 2. Fox 2. Damn it. Got away. Viper 2. Behind Bandit. Escaping zone. Altitude restriction lifted.
Copy that, tower. All enemy aircraft confirmed down. Radar detection range has expanded. Picking up enemy ground forces in area around the east substation. That substation powers the base. Defend the substation immediately.
I've got this. Attack it.
Lockdown enemy.
Rio 11, Fox 2. Frequency drop.
Missile launched. Target destroyed. Mobius 1, missile inbound. Mobius 1, target destroyed. Infrared missile launched. Half the units taken out.
Warn the assault force and hurry up and get that anti-aircraft gun working. Bandit's quiet. Locked on. of our base is flaming dumpster fire. We need you to not die this time. Rockbreaker Mark III is ready to roll.
So yes, this is inspired by my sort of favourite era of first-person shooters, the sort of late 90s sort of brown shooters, you know,
brown
Quake
genre.
and Doom and that sort of thing. Well, I'll show you how it works in a second, but it's also unfinished, unfortunately. This is the beginning of an idea. I didn't actually get a chance to complete it. As you can see, it's standard sort of first-person controls. I can walk around. I've got a little flashlight.
Nice.
And I can sprint. I can explore this landscape.
There's some of the sci-fi bits from PAX, isn't it?
And that's what I was going to say. But like, I actually sculpted very little in this level. This was mainly bits I found on Dreamiverse. Like I think the only thing I really sculpted was the little blaster. This is from John Beach's PAX collection.
Yeah.
And some rocks that I found. And there's a dig site down there, which is actually I sculpted a dig. Negative brush for the win. And then there's this sort of corridor, and this is actually made with bits from Tom Dalloway.
Oh.
I'm not sure who made the robot. I just found that. That might be Kev.
Oh God, it's coming towards you.
So if you run away, he'll leave you alone. He's sort of. Yep.
Nice.
So he follows you.
I don't know if that's creepier. In case
just
you
stood
like.
there and
Security guard bots. No. The gun does work. It's not very good. John Beach saw this and was like, I have to make you a better muzzle flash. What's wrong with that? It's fine. Yeah, so you can reload it. And you can blast this guy. Actually, I'll show you what happens when you don't.
Nice.
Strangling robot.
Yeah.
Bad touch.
Like we learn a little bit more about what's in Ed's head every time he does one of these.
Takes a bit of a beating. And then he explodes.
Amazing.
And that's really all there is to it. I mean, I was going to sort of extend it out and clone some of those things, but like you said, this is Tom's corridor. This is actually the inside of your rendezvous space station.
That space station has gotten a lot of
Yeah.
use. You use it in Ferrovium. Christoph uses it in Moon Raiders. Ed's used it in this now. The thing is all over the place in Dreams.
Your sci-fi corridor is brilliant. Yeah, but there is nothing else, and it just goes off to distance. I set the sort of dig site as a tantalizing sort of story moment that never gets realised.
Again, though, it uses something like almost like a template people could build off of.
Absolutely,
and their own
yeah.
adventures off of.
And it all started off just as the first-person camera, really, and I thought that's what I'd show. How
Yeah,
it works.
they're great. I think people are really interested in how they would set this up themselves.
Yeah, cool.
Oh mate, missed.
I told you it's not a very good gun.
Nice.
Kablooey.
Nice.
Amazing. Okay, so I think
now. What are we seeing?
Yeah, so this is actually right after the accident that where you get injured, and your father, whose name is Scratch, is in the room and is kind of explaining to you, how he found you and what happened. You've been unconscious for a while.
So, this is a game. It kind of sounds like it's set almost in two different worlds in a way.
Yeah.
It's set in sort of the real world, with you as the girl, and then it's also set in this world of being a golem.
Yeah.
We actually said she's a girl.
Well, it's. We try not to.
Gender
Gender
child.
non-specific.
The sisters,
Yeah.
your older sisters. Are
Okay,
sure.
got it.
You could be whatever.
I always
Got it.
think of Twine as a girl, but in reality, in VR, that's you, right?
Yeah.
So we don't do anything that's kind of break that suspense.
Yeah, it's like that empty vessel approach, the Gordon Freeman approach, kind of like just don't go there and
Yeah.
kind of just dump yourself into the vessel. Right.
Well,
Seems like a
Jamie,
good
something
idea.
I love, like we were talking about before we came out here, is, especially in VR, but so much video games, we use video games to explore other worlds and try out other characters and try out other, environments. And so it seems really natural inspiration to take that and put it into a VR world.
Yeah, when we first started on Golem, it was right at the very beginning of when VR was coming about, and what we really loved about VR was how it just immersed you in this other place. And we started to play around with how can we allow the character in the game to experience the exact same thing that the player's experiencing. So in the game, she actually puts a scarf over her eyes, and that's just like the player putting on the headset.
And it's blue.
And it's blue.
Very nice.
Perfect.
And she has kind of a crystal encrusted rock that she looks into to control the golem, just like the Move controller that we use.
He's building that brand right into the game. I love it.
Exactly.
Proportions is the
Our marketing guy is going to be happy. But yeah, so tell me a little bit now. We're sort of exploring the world here.
Yeah, so Twine has just got her Dreamstone. That's her in the.
That's you moving.
And
you see
you can see it kind of it matches your movement, but her first steps into controlling these golems, she actually figures out she can control a doll. So you're maybe 6 inches tall and you're walking around in your room, and objects that would be no obstacle to a 14-year-old all of a sudden become huge mountains to climb.
That's cool. Now tell me where you landed on the controls here, because I remember playing a sequence similar to this a couple years ago on an earlier build of the game, and it involved sort of leaning forward a little bit with the PlayStation VR headset on. So tell me where you landed.
Yeah, sure. So we appreciate that VR lets you feel like you're in another place, and a lot of games do a really good job of setting that up, and then you're moving your thumbs. Right? Or you're...
Not that there's anything wrong.
Thumbs are great. Look, they're indispensable digits. We can all agree with that.
And so as soon as you get into that mode, you
Yeah.
just kind of sit back and you're not moving your head around, and you
Yeah.
don't really feel like you're there anymore.
Uh-huh.
And so we spent a lot of time looking into how people move, right? And if you are standing up and you want to take a step forward, the first thing you do is actually you lean your head forward slightly. So in the game, you pull a trigger to let the game know you're ready to move. You move forward slightly, and your character starts smoothly walking.
That's cool, yeah.
And it's very intuitive. So we had the demo on the floor. Yeah, so dolls are
You
also
have a bug
susceptible
phobia. You
to,
might not
bug
like
attacks.
that.
Interesting.
We have the demo on the floor, and
it's playable here at PlayStation
It is,
Experience.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We've got 2 stations running, and
People played it all day. They seem to really enjoy it.
That's great. That's great.
And one thing I'm going to jump in here is
Please.
pulling the trigger
Yeah.
move. That was something I didn't really tell Jamie that I needed it, but like I always enjoyed being able to lean to move, but then every once in a while I just wanted to not move anymore and just look around and just sort of get my bearings again. So he says, all right, I'll let you just have a trigger to pull, and you don't lean to move until you pull the trigger. So you can just decide, I'm just going to stand here and look around. and then when you pull the trigger, it's time to start leaning and moving.
And everybody liked it so much, we just made it the default.
That's great. And I love, Jamie, I love you because you have just such an experienced hand with mechanics, you know.
Yeah.
You're Mr. 30 Seconds of Fun. You've worked on some classic games. And I got to break away from that, though, and remark on what we're seeing here because this is like a great look at Golem. So tell me what we're seeing.
Yeah, so this is much later in the game. This is after you get your big fella Golem. You start exploring this very large city. It's kind of an open world city, so there's lots of different directions to go, lots of nooks and crannies to explore. But you run into these guys, the Silent Watch, these enemy golems that are going to try to stop you from what you're doing. So this is actually the training. So you see the kind of blue crystal sword that shows up. That's indicating to you like where you need to put your hands to block. We found a lot of people when they first started, they're playing it like a regular couch game, right? And they're just kind of going like this. And if you want to block a sword that's coming in, you have to get your hand way up here.
Above your skull.
Yeah,
otherwise,
so we really, you know, we had to try a lot of things to get people to play the game as if it was real.
Yeah, and what I love about it is that for the first time in a game, any game I've played, the sword control is absolutely one-to-one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You're not pushing button combos.
Yeah.
To get cool swirly things.
That's fun
actually,
too.
Like, I have to put my sword above my head to protect myself. And you almost feel the impact of it hitting you. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, Jamie. I mean, you just have this background with mechanics, and that's why I've been so eager to see this game because I know that you've had such a huge mark on the FPS genre. You were involved with Infamous Second Son. You've been involved with a lot of great games over the years.
Thank you.
So tell me what you've been learning about VR as you make Golem.
Oh boy, I mean
that's a big topic.
How long
much
we
time?
got
You
here?
got 30 seconds.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that we learned is that you have to simplify and you have to strip down and you have to have kind of a very core, clear experience. Like I've worked on games where there's an entire city and the world is at risk and everything is exploding. And in VR, that's just kind of overwhelming and doesn't work.
It's like noise almost.
We had a whole galaxy at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, Marty and I have threatened the galaxy so often that we decided for Golem we're going to bring it down. You know, it's going to be a small family. It's going to be one main character. Like there are stakes, but it's not. The world is going to end. And in VR, that just works so well because you're making eye contact with your father.
By the way, this is no longer the tutorial. So
yeah.
This guy, he doesn't tell you where to put the sword anymore.
Boy.
You gotta like work.
And you guys have a really small team working on this, right?
Yeah. It is, about a dozen guys.
Wow.
Yeah, up in Seattle.
Depending on the week.
Now tell me, Marty. I mean, you're obviously known for just incredible, musical talent, composition. You have your reputation precedes you here. Tell me a little bit about how you're coming at the soundtrack here for Golem.
Well, it was really fun. I mean, Jamie got a hold of me right away after I found myself free again, and said, "Hey, let's do something that's just a small team and it has a intimate feel to it. And why don't you go ahead and do a prequel soundtrack to this?" And I'm like, "Okay, that sounds great."
Awesome.
So we did a Kickstarter, and the music is really based on this whole philosophy of a more intimate story, a more personal story. So I was able to sort of pare things down. It's not a bunch of bombastic brass and drums. It's a sort of chamber orchestra with harp and piano and woodwinds. It's really a lot of fun for me to write that way. And then the other fun thing is, now that we only have such a small team, in terms of fulfilling the Kickstarter, that was me. So just a few weeks ago, I was packaging up vinyl albums and sticking labels on them and everything else.
It's good to stay busy. It's
it
good to
is.
keep your
I got to
hands
do
busy,
something.
Exactly.
It's your guys' debut game coming out of Highwire.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
And that's a huge deal.
Yeah. And just
No
shipping,
pressure,
shipping
right?
is, it's really important not to just start a company, but ship a product. So we're really looking forward to shipping this.
Yeah.
So what's the feedback been from folks who've been playing this thing?
Really good, really good. Yeah, I mean, this is the first large-scale playtest that we've gotten to do. So I admit I was a little bit nervous coming in, and it's I think it's a very intuitive control scheme, but it's also like we have these instruction cards for like how to play the game, and it's like pull the trigger and then you'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Like, there's no way to explain it. And so I was a little bit nervous, but we haven't had any problems. Everybody's been going through it, and it's so effortless that, like every good control scheme, it just sort of dissolves away.
Yeah.
You're not have to think about it anymore. You're just in the world and you're in the action.
Now taking a look at the game where it is now and comparing it to where you were, 2 years or so ago when like PlayStation VR hadn't even launched yet.
Yeah.
Like, where's your head at there? I mean, it seems like it's maybe shifted a bit since then.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job of planning initially and scoping initially, but it's totally uncharted territory.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
I mean,
you think something's going to work, and then you try it, and then it doesn't. You have to adapt and work your way through. So I think story-wise and kind of with this large-scale city environment that you're exploring, that hasn't changed as much, and it's good because it took us almost 2 years to build the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely, the mechanically and especially the VR stuff, as I think we've kind of.
And the thing I really enjoyed is we had this what seemed like a very simple story, and it would be simple just to it wouldn't be hard to write and to produce. But producing cinematics in VR is an entirely different thing.
Totally.
And we just learned as we went, and we had some great performance capture work done by Mocap Now in Seattle, and some really good actors who were super willing to just experiment with us.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of things that might not seem spectacular, but to me, I know how spectacular they are. Like making you feel like you're in a wagon that's being drawn by a horse that's moving, and two actors who are with you in it, and they're talking back and forth, and you can just look at anything you want to look at. It's like, yeah, you do that. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
And but we don't want the player to feel like it's anything other than just totally natural, and this is what it should be. And so, but it is really amazing when you have characters that look at you as they're talking, and then as you can do this kind of thing, and they just follow you. Their eyes track your eyes, and you don't realize it, but that's really powerful stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And once again, it's so intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Giant space battles are not needed to make you feel like something's happening. Pretty cool. So we'll see. I mean, I'm having a blast.
Outstanding. Okay, well, thank you for the fresh new look at Golem. Do we know when this one's coming out?
Yeah, we're excited to tell you that it's coming out on March 13th.
Oh, you have a date and everything.
Yes.
That's an announcement.
Yeah.
You are announcing
an announcement.
March 13th.
Yeah.
We are
coming to PlayStation VR.
Planting a flag.
I love it.
Nobody's getting tattoos.
Okay, tattoos, yeah.
But,
what? Peter told me he was getting a tattoo.
Thank you so much for the new look at Golem.
PlayStation